What I've decided to do, Angel gave me a cool new toy that'll allow me to shoot this video probably in a little bit better quality, but more importantly with a lot of less of the handshaking. You'll still get some wind noise when the golf cart's moving, so I'm going to pause lessons learned throughout this little quick tour and update you on where I am relative to the event space. So this video is for the Lantern Light Festival, and I'm sitting right outside the tunnel entrance, which would be the entrance that guests would enter the event through. I'm going to drive through that tunnel and video around the perimeter of the event space. Not much narration, I'll pause when that's required, and then give you an idea what the build space looks as well later on in this video. So here we go. So you drive through the tunnel into the event space. Grassy area, pavilion are all part of that event space. I'm going to go to the left of the pavilion around the outside and come back on the far end of this grassy area and shoot back to give you that perspective. Also, while I'm driving around the pavilion, you'll notice off to the left there is that covered area, covered space. You'll hear me refer to as Building J or the Amador Pavilion. That's where we're considering potentially putting the ice skating or amusements and or other vendors for the festival. Haven't really decided on that yet because it's there's a road separating us from that building, and we'd have to control that road during the event. But I'll give you the whole tour, and we can figure this out. So I'll pause here. On my right are the first set of public restrooms, and on my left is Building J or the Amador Pavilion, which is a significant structure. I think it's over 30,000 square feet, high ceilings in the center, and completely covered. Also part of the area are these two covered buildings with little 10 by 10 stalls in them. Idea here is these can be used for your vendors, merch, and or any type of sales opportunities within the event space. Now, I guess what makes the most sense is we talked about, here's the Amador Pavilion, Building J, the build area or the staging area. I'm going to take you over there just to give you an idea of what the distance is like from this, the event space, to the build area. So let's head over there and you can get an idea. So this whole building to my right is what I keep referring to as the grandstands. We're at the north end of the grandstands, and you'll see the road before me goes up to the front of this building. I'm going to drive around there, drive you all the way down the front of the grandstand, so the apron, as we'll refer to it, looking back into the building to give you an idea of what that open space, that workable open space looks like. So we still haven't cleaned up after fair, but I'm now under the grandstands, on the first floor of the grandstands, and you'll see that there's all this workable space amongst the columns here, all the way down to that far end, and behind they're the bedding windows for horse racing. There's a similar size space, a little smaller than the front side, but the back side, more usable storage and or work area under the grandstands. I'll drive you down here. We came in from that direction, and we'll go out the other end of the grandstands, and all this apron is also usable space. We'll go out the other end of the grandstands, and I'll circle back to the event area. So just like at the other end, there's another exit from the grandstands here. I'm going to shut this off and drive back to where I dropped the tour off, headed over to the grandstands, and we'll pick up there.